appreciate one another for the work that we do and the way we do it, then where do we go to kind of make that happen? William Perky was a person I studied 10, 15 years ago, used to talk about the emotional bank account. And in an emotional bank account, the currency he created was red cards and blue cards. A red card was a put down, okay? A blue card was an uplifting statement or appreciation. And the idea in this currency exchange is that every time you get, the ratio is 5 to 1. You can have 5 blue cards, and the minute somebody lays a red one on it, they take those 5 from you. So it's not a one-to-one relationship. The emotional bank account gets much more damaged by a red card or a put down than it does by the blue card that comes in as appreciation. And if you read that attachment that I put in to the announcement to come here, that in our society it's much easier to put people down. My wife tells me about her dad always coming up and say, "Hey, you dumb bunny." Wow, that's uplifting, you know? And she remembers that to this day. And it was not said to be mean. It's just sometimes, "Oh, you knucklehead." And it's more on how you say it, but it still has that kind of connotation that it's not really truly uplifting. We can say it with a smile, right? But it can also take you down. So what I want you to think about, we're gonna ask you, in our activity day, there's cards in front of you. I think there's Valentine's cards. You can use those. Or there's little things here that we're divided up into 6 groups. And we'd like you to think about writing appreciations. And it's more of a thing to think about. The other thing about appreciation statements is how they're delivered. Okay? And we are in such an electronic, I'll text you. You did a great job. Boy, I've taken a lot of time to do that. See? I'm taking about 2 seconds. Okay? As opposed to actually sitting down and writing something out. We don't send letters anymore. We send emails because they're quicker and easier. What's the merit of an appreciation when it's limited by the ease of use in my delivering it to you? I think sometimes it just takes a little bit of time to write it down. So we're going to have you write them down. The other thing about appreciations, and kids will tell you this, kids can see right through a fake appreciation. Wow, good job. You do wonderful things. What has she done that's been so wonderful? Be specific with the appreciation, okay? I mean, I can say, Tammy, I appreciate everything you did to make our trip to Canada successful and a very positive thing. The planning, the things, I could say that about Lisa. I can be very specific about what she did in an appreciation statement. So don't just say, "Boy, Mike, you're just great." Okay? Mike, you're great because of the way you deliver the back end of our ESIS piece that we depend on. And the ability and the diligence to make that happen. Even when it's at 1 o'clock in the morning, because I've seen you do that. Okay? That's very specific. And I do appreciate that, as we all should. So for this little activity, we'd like you to try, and we're in groups. This student services, data services, we always have kids, especially on what we're called over here, I don't know. But this is a group here, does those things. TDA, TIS, again, we have all name identities, you know, whatever you want to be called today, right? Okay? Over here, we have our, I call them computer deployment, warehouse, help desk support, customer service. I mean, they touch everything that every one of our kids deals with. Goes through this group of people right here. Okay? Let's see. Now I'm going to come back to second floor because it gets really bizarre.